Okay, so what we're going to do now is, I'm going to move this a little bit. It'll look like a ghost. Is set up for next week's assignments, week 2. We're going to be creating a bee that moves and it grows and shrinks and goes from flower to flower and stops. And we're also going to be continuing with using symbols and instances of symbols. And we're also, after that, going to be doing car and tunnel. We're going to be cars going through a tunnel, also instances, and a little groundhog popping up out of the ground using masks. So those are the things we're going to be using, and also a lot of different tweens in the same film. So here we go. Today we're going to be working on a bee. As you can see with this, I've already built the landscape. We've done basically 2 of those, and I'm going to unlock everything here. I double click the lock, and you can see there I have a tree, that's a symbol. I have a sun, that's a symbol. I have these houses that are symbols, and I have a flower that's a symbol. Now we're going to make a bee. And the bee is going to also be an animated bee. Its wings are going to fly. And it's a little complicated, so bear with me. But this is called symbols within symbols. And we're going to take this moving symbol and we're going to put it on the timeline and move it around. So, insert, new symbol, bee. And I'm going to take this oval tool and I'm going to do yellow, bright yellow, and a black line, and I'm going to make the body of a bee. I'm going to stretch it out. Okay, we're going to do this sort of a cartoony black and white bee. And I'm going to take my line tool, which we haven't used, and I have a black line for it. And in my properties box, you can see I have a hairline. I'm going to make this a solid line. And I'm just going to draw some lines. I'm going to snap that. See that little magnet? I want this to snap to objects here. You can almost feel it. And I'm now going to get my selection tool. This is this black arrow by hitting the V key. V is in victory. And I'm going to move these. You see this turns into a little, see this cross turns into a curved line. So now I'm creating a little bee, and I'm going to fill it with black. Pink, pink. Okay, that's my bee body, and I'm going to make I'm going to label everything. Add another layer, and let's build a little head on top of this guy. Yeah, I don't like that. I just hit the Z keys. Okay. Things are freezing. Freezing on me. Okay, we got kind of an interesting little bee there. I'm going to section that in, and I'm going to give him a little pale yellow head with a orange bottom jaw. And we're going to give him some blue eyes. Cool. So you can have a lot of fun with this. Little stinger. Okay. And I'm going to give him some legs. Okay, we got our bee. Now I'm going to give him some wings. I'm going to lock this layer, and I'm going to draw these wings by a little too much. I'm going to go hairline here, and we're going to make a wing. And I'm going to paint it in with do some blue, and then I'm going to make a symbol out of this wing. Cool. So now I have a symbol of a wing within a symbol. And I'm going to just draw into this symbol. Look at this little trail here. Scene B wing. I'm now in the wing. Cool. There he is. How adorable. And I'm going to change the alpha state on him just a wee bit. And there we go. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the timeline out because I want 5 positions of this wing. And I'm going to hit the F5 key. F5 key, look what that does. Extends the timeline. And I'm going to hit my Q key because I'm going to change this pivot point. And I'm going to drag it down to the bottom. It won't change without hitting the Q key. That's the free transform tool. This is 1. And I'm going to go hit the F6 key. Notice that placed a keyframe right there. And I'm going to twirl this a little bit. F6 again. We're going to twirl some more. F6 again. And I'm going to twirl this back here. F6 again. Great. I'm not going to do a whole sophisticated thing with the wings where they flap, down like this. So this is just sort of straight ahead movement. Now this is only one wing. I want a wing in back of the body too now. So I right click or control click on a Mac and I go duplicate layers. Bink. And I drag this layer now behind the body. So I have one set of wings in front of the body and one set of wings behind the body. Now you're going to have to look closely at this. I'm going to go here to edit multiple frames and click it. See where it is? Edit multiple frames. And I need to drag this over here. So all 5 frames I'm going to edit at the same time on this layer. I hope you understand this. And I just did a little rubber band thing again. Took my selection tool and dragged it. And now I'm just going to move it with my arrow keys a little bit this way and a little bit down. Okay? Now I'm going to undo this And I have a bee that flaps. Pretty cool. I'm going to go back to scene 1. And now I'm going to hit this. I'm going to call this layer B. And I'm going to drag my bee from my library to the stage. And shrink him down so that, oops, so that we can see. Now when I make a movie, you'll see the bees flying. The next movie, part 2, we're going to make this bee work. We're going to fly him around. Okay, so that's it for now.